Video games, video games. I like to collect video games. Video games, video games. I like to collect video games.
Yo, welcome back. I'm James with PlayStation Ain't Dead, back with a review. Today we're reviewing Slipstream. This key was given to me by Ansdor and the team at Builtworks, who created this game. So we'll kind of jump into it here. I mean, Slipstream is definitely like a retro style arcade racer. It gets a lot of its praise from its like nostalgic charm and satisfying gameplay, I would say, as well too. Just right off the bat, kind of here's some gameplay of me kind of going through it. It does have some shortcomings, but I'll kind of go through like a breakdown of some pros and cons of it, and let you kind of decide. But we'll jump right into it. So I would say some pros. It definitely has like a lot of like athletic authentic retro vibes to it. The pixelated visuals are great. It has amazing synth soundtrack with it too, so it definitely gives up that 90s 80s vibe when you're playing through the different levels. And Slipstream is definitely, it kind of was first seen on like Mario Kart 64, when you're kind of behind that cart to kind of boost your way in front of them as well too. So if you're playing this game, it definitely kind of gives me some vibes of like Outrun as well, like games like that. It does have, I would say, it has some, I would say, some challenges to it. So you kind of want to definitely master the art of like drifting when it comes to that, and slipstreaming as well. So that's going to be kind of like your winning point behind being really good at this game, because it does have some challenges with it too. So drifting around corners, slipstreaming, things like that. So it has a little challenge to it, but to me, like when I first saw this, it definitely gives me like the not just Outrun, but like, remember not Outrun, Rad Racer vibes from the NES. So I played a lot of that back in the day, so this definitely kind of brought me back with that. It's a little challenging. The controls are pretty simple to pick up, but just kind of mastering the slipstreaming and the drifting is definitely going to take some practice. So I would definitely recommend kind of doing the tutorial just to kind of to get the gist of how the game actually plays. It does have like multiple different tracks, cars, different game modes that you can kind of jump into it. So kind of something for everybody there. And now, unlike other car games, crashes don't really penalize you too bad in this game, because they have a pretty cool little rewind feature. And me being like a nostalgic person, I love like retro things. When you hit that button, it kind of reminds it looking like a VHS player, which is pretty cool. So if you do make that kind of mistake, you definitely have the ability to rewind, which is a pretty cool feature that they put in there. Now, I would say with some cons, while it's fun, gameplay does feel a little bit simplistic compared to like modern racers, but it still has its fun in its ways. Doesn't have too many like customization options, and the tracks are not too complex as well. Again, like I was saying earlier, with practicing, it's a little bit steep learning curve for the drifting. You can kind of do the automatic and manual drifting depending on how you like to race. But if you do the automatic, there's a little bit downside, so you could become slower too. So it just kind of depends on how you like to play the game. It doesn't have any online multiplayer. Now that might be a pro or a con to some people, but it does have local multiplayer too. So if you got a couch co-op with a buddy, a significant other, you can definitely jump into this with them as well. But again, it doesn't have the online competition factor into it. I didn't really notice any technical issues when it comes to like frame drops and glitches like that. So I know some people did see some stuff, but I luckily didn't see any of that. Overall, Slipstream is definitely like a love letter to classic arcade racers. offering a vibrant, like fast-paced, like satisfying experience. The retro, it's retro simplicity, and the online player might not appeal to everyone, but if you're a fan of like retro racers, this is definitely something you'd want to pick up and play. Ultimately, I would say the decision whether Slipstream, it kind of depends on you and your personal preference and expectations. But for me playing it, I definitely had a good time playing it, and it's something I would definitely recommend checking out when you have the time. Like I said, it's just kind of a pick up and play, so you're not spend a few 30 minutes to an hour playing it. If you're a trophy person, it does have some good trophies with it too as well. So that is my review on Slipstream, guys. I appreciate you checking in the video. Till next time, guys. Peace.
Video